Welcome back to Disturbed Reality. Once again we cover the cartel violence going down in Mexico, and today we will be covering the interrogation and dismemberment of El Vago. El Vago was a prominent member of the Familia Michoacana, and the violent act in this video was committed by the CJNG. I feel like I'm mentioning these guys way too much. Most of the cartel videos that I've done so far involve the CJNG, so they are definitely one of the most brutal drug cartels, not only in Mexico, but in the world. But before I talk about what transpires in the video, let's talk about a little backstory. Why did this happen? Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware right now in Mexico, the CJNG are engaging in many wars with many cartels, and one of the key battle zones is the state of Michoacan. The CJNG are at war with many cartels in that area, and they seem desperate to take over the state of Michoacan, or as much of it as possible. The CJNG leader El Mencho seems hell-bent on controlling the state of Michoacan. I'm pretty sure that El Mencho actually was born in the state of Michoacan, and he grew up there, so to me it sounds personal to him. He wants to take over the state in which he grew up. One of the cartels in which the CJNG are fighting in Michoacan is the La Familia Michoacana. The war between these two cartels has resulted in many casualties on both sides. Many people have lost their lives. In fact, this video in question was said to be a revenge attack for 12 CJNG members who were found dead and burnt in the back of a pickup truck. The La Familia Michoacana claimed responsibility for the 12 murders and even left a note on the scene addressing CJNG. The note reads as follows in English. And by the way, the message was actually directed to Alejandro Chito Cano, who is head of CJNG operations in Michoacan, but the message read, "Forgive me, Chito Cano, I forgot your Mother's Day gift, but I send it to you here. Sincerely, La Familia Michoacana." So yeah, at this point in time, these two cartels are basically in open war, and you know, the CJNG wanted bloodshed and they wanted revenge, and that's exactly what they got. They captured a high-up hitman within the La Familia Michoacana cartel by the name of Omar Flores, also known as El Vago. He's actually the nephew of Lalo Mantecas, one of the leaders of La Familia Michoacana. So El Vago by proxy was, you know, quite a high-up member within the cartel. So for CJNG to capture this guy and do what they did, it's quite the statement. But nevertheless, let's get into the video. The video starts with, you know, like a standard cartel interrogation. El Vago is, you know, captive. He's got a gun pointing to his head and also a sword pointing to his throat. The sword is actually called a scimitar, and I was looking this up. It looks like something out of Bloodborne, to be honest, you know, it's a really gnarly sword. You see these sort of swords in like certain ISIS videos and videos from the Middle East. And yeah, the video starts with a standard interrogation. You know, they was asking the normal questions: who is he, who does he work for, etc. What I'll do is I will actually put the interrogation in English either in the pinned comments, or I will actually add a slide to this video so you can read it. Again, I'm not 100% sure how accurate this translation is, but I found it online, and apparently the guy who posted it was actually a Spanish speaker, so it should be somewhat accurate. You can at least get the gist of what was being said. But nevertheless, after the interrogation, the video then basically cuts to the dismemberment of El Vago. Basically it starts with El Vago on his back on the floor. His shirt is covering his face, so it's been lifted up over his face, and it looks like his arms have been kind of pulled back above his head, if that makes sense. And right away, the guy with the scimitar starts hacking away at his left arm, at the shoulder area, and when I say that they were hacking at his arm, that's what I mean. It wasn't like a swift saw or anything like that. You know, they was kind of chopping, hacking, sawing. Yeah, they didn't exactly make it quick. Once they removed the left arm, you know, obviously they moved to his right, and they did the exact same thing. They hacked at it, chopped at it, sawed at it, until it came off. And at this point in time, one of the guys actually holds one of his arms up to the camera. And yeah, at this point in time, there's a lot of blood on the floor, and it's looking pretty gnarly, to be honest. And even at this point, El Vago is still alive, you can still see him breathing, so I can only imagine the pain at this point. I'm assuming he went into shock very early in this video because I didn't hear any screaming. There is a lot of background music and maybe the victim was gagged, but yeah, he was still alive throughout this. But yeah, once they removed the arms, they then start on the legs at the groin area, and that's when the video cuts to his fully dismembered body. It's basically, the body's basically been cut up in many pieces, and it's been stacked on top of each other with the head on top, if that makes sense. And at this point in the video, there's a guy standing behind El Vago's remains, and he reads a statement which, again, I've managed to find an English translation, and this is what the CJNG member had to say. The CJNG will continue to support all of the people within Estado de Mexico who want to join our army to finish off the Familia Michoacana rats. We are people of Huertamo, of Señor Chito Cano. We don't lack money, as these dumbasses claim. Remember, our cartel is the richest, with a presence that spans all of Mexico. We are here to support all of the common people that live in fear of being kidnapped or that have to pay extortion money to those bottom feeders. Open your eyes. Do not continue to support them, as even if you pay money to them, they'll still make you become lookouts for them, sometimes without even paying you, which only risks you getting killed by us, because once they realise we're here, they run away, leaving you in a problematic situation. To reiterate, any respect that you have towards the government, as long as you stop supporting the Familia Michoacana and that dumbass El Mala, who's threatening the ministries, don't worry about it, as we will hang him from a bridge one of these days. And that's what the CJNG had to say at the end of this video, and I found it quite interesting because I've seen a few documentaries involving CJNG, and especially when it comes to the state of Michoacan, they seem to be trying to win over the hearts of the local population, basically saying that yes, we want the territory, but we will not extort you, we will not harm you, and we'll go about our business, and in the meantime, we will take out the guys who are extorting you, who are harming you, so basically, you should support us. That's their kind of mission statement, from what I can gather. Whether they mean it or not is a completely different matter. A lot of cartels have said similar things in the past, and they always end up affecting the local population, so I don't believe CJNG for 1 minute personally, but if anybody, I've got a lot of Mexican subscribers on this channel, which is cool. Are the CJNG real when they say that they're not going to harm the civilian population? Or is that complete BS? If you could share your thoughts below on that, I would be very interested to hear from you guys. So yeah, that is pretty much the video as a whole, I think I've covered it to the best of my ability. I'm sure there's some information out there in which I've left out, but again, not being a Spanish speaker does make it hard to, collaborate what's exactly gone on in these particular videos, but that's the information in which I did find. And once again, the CJNG are the talk of the town on my channel. These guys just have so many gnarly videos out there, it's unreal. In fact, in the next few weeks or so, you will actually see another video involving these guys, but this time around, it's the other way around. So, it's the CJNG member who is on the receiving end of some brutality. So, it's one of those things, man. It's a crazy situation out there. I say that at the end of every video, but, before I started uploading on this channel, I knew that it was bad in Mexico, but I never realised it was to this extent. So, once again, my heart goes out to the normal Mexican population who are just trying to work, get by, feed their families, and live a normal life. My heart goes out to you guys, and I hope it gets better soon. That's all I can really say on the matter. But, hopefully you enjoyed this video if you can, and, expect more videos in the near future. There's obviously going to be more cartel videos. I plan on covering the Dagestan massacre, which is basically a war crime, and a few of you guys have actually asked me to cover more war crimes, which I will look at. So again, thank you guys for the ideas. I'm also actually working on a bonus video to be uploaded at some point, so look out for that as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you on the next one. Stay safe.